No, we're with you again, dear ones. Indeed, we love the breaks. We love to skitter around in your minds. That is what we are doing in that time and place when you are chatting. We are listening. We are paying attention to what you are speaking about. And we are collecting information. We are working with the Western mind because of the great influence that the Western mind has on your time and place. We are working with the Western mind because the untrained Western mind is a very dangerous thing. It is a very destructive thing. It is a very self-centered thing. It does not care for the planet. It will claim to love the planet. It will claim to love animals, but it will do many, many things that are very detrimental. And so as we are journeying through this teaching, we are working to bring the Western mind into alignment with truth. The mind in alignment with truth is so powerful. The mind that is in alignment with truth is so loving and so expansive that it does not need to destroy, it does not need to hate, it does not need to destroy Mother Nature, it does not need to hurt children, it does not need to hate other people. It comes into a place of balance, it comes into a place of equanimity, comes into a place of absolute acceptance of all things, and through the acceptance of all things, it transforms its experience, and so it begins to receive the love that is coming from divine mind to you in your separated state. That love is always flowing to you. It is your ideas, it is your thoughts, it is your beliefs, it is your fears. All of these things are static, are blocks to love, the appreciation of love's presence. Love is present, you are merely not aware of it when you are in a frightened state, when you are in a separated state. And so it is through the removal of those blocks to love's presence that you find that which you are seeking. And so this is the journey of the Western mind that is always seeking in exotic vacations, it's seeking in new vehicles, new clothes, food, alcohol, television. These are the things that you use to change your consciousness. But if you focus on your consciousness, then you no longer need those things. That is the ultimate goal, but on the journey towards that goal, there are anxieties that you will feel, there are losses that you will feel. But you will feel them in your guidance system. That is what you have been given. That is your map home, your guidance system, your feeling body. That is when you are receiving guidance from non-physical. You feel it as emotion, you feel it as tears or joy, passion or hatred. You are feeling the feedback system through your emotional body. But this feedback system is telling you when you are on the right route to your journey home. Your right route to your journey home is peaceful. Your right route to your journey home feels passionate and happy and joyful and accepting. When you are off in the ditch, off in the woods, so to speak, tangled up in blackberry bushes, then you feel hatred, you feel judgment. And so it is the most wonderful feedback system. It is impeccable. It is always with you, and it is all you need to know how well you are doing. How much are you suffering? Suffering is your guidance system saying, no, you are off track. No, that is not the right thought. No, that is not the right thing to eat. No, that is not the right way to go about it. And so many in the Western world seek through gurus. They seek through many, many pathways. But the answer is in your guidance system. It is in your emotional body. It is understanding how that works. And this is imperative if you wish to be healthy. So we are talking about this as it relates to the body, because this feedback system is the system that you have been given. You were not set adrift by yourself in this world that you so wanted to make, this journey that you so wanted to go on. Your divine caregiver gave you a map and put it in your back pocket, but you are not aware that it is there most of the time, or you have not been given the language in which it is written. So we will speak about this a little bit because it gives you everything you need to understand how well you are doing. And so before you were born, you were set about designing this life. You had an understanding that this experience was required, that the journey into separation must be continued. And this is something that is hard for you to understand. Why, if the journey into separation is so horrible at times, why, if it is so painful at times, does it continue? Well, it is the belief in it. And that is what we are about. We are about deconstructing the belief in the dream. And that is a difficult thing for a mind that wants to believe in the dream. It is a difficult thing for a mind that has been told that the dream is real. It is a difficult thing for the mind that is comforted by the dream. And of course, there are many, many temptations that the human enjoys that allows them peace of some small description, some relief from anxiety, if you will. It may look like chocolate, it may look like promiscuous sex, it may look like watching movie after movie. It takes many forms. But as you listen to your guidance system, what you will understand is that this is the treasure that you have been seeking. It is contained within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. It is not out there. It is not in another body. It is not in another purchase. It is within you. But you must understand how this message is translated. And so in Western society, of course, you are counseled not to listen to your feelings. You are counseled that they are erratic, unreliable, and that if you live by your feelings, you are destined to a life of poverty and distress. Use your intellect, don't feel, act, achieve, succeed. But that is why we are here on this delicious little island, because this community allows more feeling, allows more self-expression. And that is why you will see more happy people here, because they are understanding innately this guidance system. They have come to the end of their rope in the real world, as our dear one calls it, and they have made an escape into Salt Spring. However, when you come to Salt Spring, you bring your limitations with you. You bring your disordered thinking with you, even though you have grand plans of self-expression, grand plans of healing. It is a tortuous journey if you do not know what is up, because you will feel things once you have removed yourself from the real world and all its distractions. You will feel things in your body, in your guidance system, that can be very difficult. You can feel this anxiety coming. You can feel the judgments about your lack of success coming. You can feel the fear about financial deprivation coming. And you are forced to face many of your demons on this island, and that is why she is such a beautiful, beautiful place. Because when you are out in the real world, there are always places to go, always things to do, always more and more and more stores, these kinds of things. But when you come to this place, you are forced to look at yourself, and that is why it is such a place of growth. And that is why it is such a place of distress for beings sometimes. So your guidance speaks to you in several ways. So we will speak about the positive and the negative. So your guidance system, these emotions, these feelings that arise in your body arise from thought. Feelings do not arise by themselves. Some humans will say this feeling arose, just popped up from nowhere. No, it did not. It arose from a thought you just had. It arose from a belief that you hold in your mind. And so if you have a thought of scarcity, if you think, I will not have enough money for rent this month, you will feel a plummet in your emotional guidance system. You will blame it on not having rent. It is not the rent problem that has caused the plummeting. It is your judgment of it. It is your fear of it. It is your lack of understanding that you are supported beyond your ability to understand. You have created this world. It is your dream. You are not going to be abandoned. The life that you are living is there for a reason, and it will not be abandoned by this God that you feel is separate from you. This life force that permeates this body that you experience is divine. It is not going to let you suffer it, but it will let you create, it will let you make whatever you want. And so if you are thinking of fearful thoughts, thoughts of separation, thoughts of lack, It will allow you to have that experience. This is what is considered a free will zone. You are allowed to have whatever you want to have. That is why you came here. You came here to play the game of separation. You came here to experience that which you want. And so, your thoughts are yours. They are powerful. They are divine in nature. You are an intensely creative, divine being making this all up. And so when you have a fear when you have a thought that is out of alignment with truth, you will feel your guidance system plummet. Why? Because you have just increased your separation from love. You will blame it on not having any money, but that is not the problem. You do not have to have money to be happy, but you have been taught in this society that you do. And so that belief is out of accord with truth. And so when you think that thought, your guidance system, which is given to you by divinity, given to you as your map home, will say, nope, that is not the right thought. And you will feel it as a deep and resounding no in your guidance system. But you mistake it for the money. It is in actual fact your guidance system telling you that that thought is out of alignment with truth. So if you change that thought, that you are supported, that you are loved, that you are connected to oneness, that fear will subside. You are the maker of every single fear you have. They do not exist without your energy being put into them. They do not exist without you being out of alignment with truth. And so this is the first lesson in your guidance system. If you feel really bad, you just had a really untrue thought. You just had an experience of one of your belief systems bubbling up to the surface of your mind as an idea, and that idea has been judged as out of accord with truth, and so your guidance system screams no to you. And the worse the thought, the louder the scream will be. If it is a little thought, it will just be a little dip in your mood. You will think, oh, I don't feel very good today. That is the thoughts that you just had manifesting as a response in your guidance system. So as you begin to interpret these feedbacks from your guidance system, now remember, this guidance system is what is creating your body. These beliefs, these thoughts are manufacturing this body all the time. So your guidance system is your road to health. Your guidance system is the way to heal that which is causing you a problem in your body. So now as you go into your day, you can feel that small dip in emotion. You can feel that sadness coming up, that idea of loneliness or that idea of poverty or that idea of unlovability. And you can now isolate it and say that mood just arose because I said to myself, I will always be alone. I am never going to, these are the thoughts that create these dips in mood. And they are the thoughts that bring on depression. They are the thoughts that eventually bring on suicide in some beings because they are constantly in a state of disconnection from their source. And so the other side of the guidance system is the joy. The other side of the guidance system is the peace. The other side of the guidance system is inspiration. However, if you are riddled with many thoughts, many ideas and beliefs that are negative, your vibration is not that of love. Your vibration is not that of creativity. Your vibration is not that of inspiration. Your vibration is one of fear. It is one of scarcity. It is one of loneliness. It is one of desperation. And so it is your thoughts that set your vibration, and your vibration makes your body. So, if you look at your body and you see that there is something wrong with a specific part of it, then you come to understand that there is something manifesting in the physical form that is representative of an idea. And what we want you to do is to understand that the form that it takes is going to represent the energy of that idea. So, for example, you will have restrictions in the feet and ankles, let us say. This is about your ability to move. This is about your ability to transport yourself through the world. So this may be representative of fear of progress, fear of changing your environment. You're too scared to move out of an abusive relationship. You may indeed have issues with the ankles, issues with the knees that are preventing you from moving, because you are preventing yourself from moving out of a situation that is not suited to you. If you have sicknesses in your reproductive organs, you will find that you are traumatized there. You may have been physically traumatized by an act of rape or child abuse or some such thing, or you may be traumatizing yourself with ideas of sinfulness around sexuality, of the idea of repressing this energy. This energy is a powerful energy in the human form. It is divine mind represented in the physicality that you experience as your body. And so your beliefs around sexuality in this society cause many, many problems. It is why there are so many prostate problems. It is why there are so many problems with uterus and the ovaries, these kinds of things, menstrual periods. These are physical manifestations of repressed sexual energy. Now, it does not mean that you do not have sex. What it may mean is that you judge it. It may mean that you judge others. It may mean that you see it as less than divine, which most of you do in Western society. Most of you do not see sexual energy, and the expression of that energy is the wonderful divine energy that it is. This creative force, this powerful force that thrives in the open heart and the open mind and the non-judgmental consciousness that takes you on the path to bliss. When it is repressed, these are the kind of physical symptoms you will get in the body as a result of this, and you will have a joyless experience. Because sexual energy is passion, sexual energy is creativity, and you cannot separate it out as it is separated out in the Western mind. The Western mind has the life, the family, the job, the exercise program, whatever you are up to, and then it has sexuality over here all by itself. For many beings, there is a great separation of sexual energy from any other aspect of their life. It is kept completely away from anybody else, behind closed doors. It is never discussed. It is never talked about. It is never, ever offered up as the divine, wonderful experience that it is. It has many, many layers of pain around it. It has many, many layers of fear around it, many, many layers of judgment around it. You tolerate it. You express it if you have had too much to drink. Or if you go on holiday, there's a lot of that going on. Going to different cultures and expressing sexual energy, because this culture has some very repressed ideas around sexuality, and it will manifest in the physical body. So this is how to read your body as a map to show you what is going on. Your heart, very clearly your heart, is where you express love, where you love yourself and you love others. And that is why you have such a problem with heart disease in your society, because this area is closed down. Humans are afraid to love. They think that they will be hurt, and they are so mistaken. They are hurt by their refusal to love. It is far more painful to refuse to love than to love and be hurt. If you love somebody and they leave you, well, of course they will leave you. Everybody leaves. Does not mean that you do not love. You love for the time that you have that being. You love for the moment that you get with them. That is the purpose of love. It is spontaneous. It is genuine. It is not a possession. You do not own the people you love. They are free to come and go as they choose. But so many in the West will not love somebody unless they can own them. And so the heart is shut down. They are isolated by their own fear of being hurt, and they hurt themselves instead of allowing the joy of expression with somebody else, with the future potential perhaps of a little hurt. But that is nothing compared to the isolated life of desperate loneliness that so many live. And the throat, the thyroid gland, is something that is a problem in your society, particularly for women. It is the throat, the self-expression. There are many, many women who are not expressing themselves in any way at all. Sacrificing themselves on the altar of motherhood, sacrificing themselves on the altar of wifedom, sacrificing themselves on the altar of work, but not truly expressing what they are, not truly sharing their passion with the world, sharing that wonderful uniqueness that is the one aspect of God that is you or them. You all have wonderful gifts. You all have wonderful, wonderful aspects of self that have been hidden, that have been trained out of you, that have been conditioned out of you. And for many in the Western world, there is a painful lack of self-expression, painful lack of sexual energy flowing in the body, and a painful lack of appreciation for what is going on here. This journey of consciousness evolution, this journey of growth, this journey of understanding, it has become about achievement, it has become about working, it has become about activity. But it needs to return to a more natural state, and that is why we have come to assist you to understand these principles. To begin by loving yourself. To love yourself is to appreciate your divine nature, to appreciate the fact that you have taken yourself on this treacherous journey, as if you are sailing across the Atlantic by yourself in a boat. Halfway across you think, why did I do this? And that is what many of you feel on this journey. But if you can begin to understand how it works, if you can begin to understand your relationship to the body and stop asking it to be your salvation, and ask it to do nothing other than to take you on the journey of consciousness evolution that it is designed to take you on, then you will begin to be able to appreciate the body. The body will be able to be cared for in a way that is not riddled with expectation, but is done with a gentle hand and an open mind and heart. And you will be able to give the body the nutrition that it needs to take you on your consciousness evolution. So many humans are treating the body so badly that they cannot learn the lessons they came here to learn. They cannot experience the things that they want to experience. And so the body becomes such a liability that they spend many years of their life just waiting for it to be over. And at the end of your life, when you have your life review, when you are asked those questions, which you are all asked, you are shown the life you designed for yourself before you were born. You were shown the opportunities that came your way, the ones you turned down because you were too scared, or you thought you were too fat, or you were too ugly to take, or that you refused because it was too girly and you are a tough man. These are the opportunities you have to see yourself. As you pass over, you are shown all of your opportunities that came your way and that you didn't take. All of the results of those potential pathways are shown to you. All of the consequences of the actions you do take are shown to you. And there are many beings at the end of their life, especially coming from Western experience, that look back and see that they did not live fully, that they did not express themselves fully, that they were not courageous. And that is a sad state of affairs for that spirit, because it is a long and tiring journey. And many come to the end of their lives and are somewhat disappointed with what happened, somewhat disappointed with the courage that they didn't have. And so this is the story that we will tell you: to be courageous, to listen to your guidance system. It is designed to help you. It is not designed to trip you up. It is not designed to be the bane of your existence. Our dear one hated her feelings. She hated them so much because she did not understand what they were. They were powerful and disruptive, but they were telling her that she was on the wrong track, that she was out of alignment with truth. And so medication after medication went in there in the form of red wine. Usually that was her drug of choice. That has been taken care of now. We have assisted in that clarification. But this is not to judge substances. This is not to judge your habits. It is to help you. There is no sin committed in your world. There is no God judging you. There is no punishment at the end of your life for things that you did wrong. There is only an opportunity for understanding. There is only an opportunity for clarification and education, and there is only a loving, blissful experience for you as you rest between lifetimes. But your lifetimes do not have to carry on. This journey into separation does not have to continue, and your suffering does not have to continue. This is not your natural home. Death is not real. You are an eternal spiritual being that eventually will return to oneness. And the sooner you understand this, the better this dream will be. This does not mean that you do not love life. In fact, once you begin to become unattached to it, once you begin to see it as the journey that it is, you take more on. You expect more of yourself, not in the ego's hateful sense of cracking the whip and asking you to run faster on the hamster wheel. No, it tells you to go out in the woods. It tells you to love somebody. It tells you to be kind to yourself. And so your experience will get better and better as you become aware of what this life is actually for. And so this is our tale, to allow yourself to love yourself first. That is the most important step, to accept what this journey is, to accept this story. And to begin to be kind to yourself, begin to be kind to others, and begin to heal the body through allowing peace to arise, through allowing the practice of forgiveness, and through allowing everything to be as it is. It is designed to show you what is going on in your mind. It is designed to be the ultimate reflection of your life so that you can see where you are off track. So your suffering is a gift. It shows you where your beliefs are out of accord with truth. Your guidance system is an infallible feedback system that will tell you exactly what is wrong. So we will take a short break here, and then we will come back for some questions, and then we will conclude our lecture. We are Ananda, and we will come back in a few minutes.